This morning, we're also focusing on how lifting COVID restrictions affects the job market. A recent LinkedIn report found hiring increased 3.5% from March to April and more than 69% from April of last year. LinkedIn career expert Catherine Fisher joins us. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning.
So, Catherine, are there cities here in the United States that are doing more hiring than others now that we're beginning to get back to normal?
There sure are. So as you heard, Texas has a lot of job openings. And we're seeing, definitely cities like Boston, St. Louis, New York, they are hiring. And also some of those smaller metro areas, Tampa Bay, Raleigh-Durham, Jacksonville, they are seeing a spike. And the industries that are really starting to see some recovery shouldn't be surprising: entertainment, recreation and travel, and software and IT. As people are wanting to get back out, they want to get entertained, they want to travel, and they want to go on vacation, this is where we're really seeing some great signs of recovery.
Catherine, now that we are beginning to get back together, how is it possible, or how do we best stay connected while we're still apart?
Yeah, in the workplace, it's really important to build those natural connections. And as people are coming back to the workplace, many people are saying, hey, can I work a flexible work environment? And the key you want to do is make sure that if you are applying for a role and you're asking to be flexible, that the company you work with or want to work for has the technology to do that. Do they have strong, video conferencing capabilities? And it's really on the employee who's going to have to find those points of connection. And the advice here is treat it as if you were in the office. So show up to that meeting a few minutes early, even if you're on the video conference, as people are settling in to the conference room, so that you can have that chit chat. And you're going to have to over communicate. Make sure that because you're not running into people in the hallways as much as you used to, send that text message, give people a call. I feel like everyone is now going back to the old school of actually calling people. So just find those ways to connect.
You're so right. I think connection is so important. So show up early. I have to try that, Catherine. Let me see how that's going to work for me. Show up early on the call. But this is the thing. When I was coming up, you were always told it's either to get a job from another job, don't quit your job until you have a job. And now they say that gaps in the resume are no longer a problem. How is that? How is that? Because I was told that's a big no-no to have a gap in your resume.
Yes, this is one of the benefits of COVID, is that stigma has actually gone away, because many people, had to stop working either by choice or not by choice. And recruiters tell us that they kind of expect that many people were going to have a gap. But what they're looking for is, what did you do during that gap? Did you, learn new skills? Did you get new certificates? I just spoke to someone who was in the events industry. He and his team got furloughed. So he and his team figured out, okay, how do we bring events online? They helped some local businesses, pitched it back to the agency, and the entire team got rehired. So it's how you take that time to be creative and learn new skills, because we know that skills is really what matters these days.
Catherine, you said that a lot of people during the pandemic have considered switching careers, switching jobs. A lot of people, as you noted, are re-entering the workforce. If you're in those situations, you say it's important to take a skills inventory. What do you mean exactly?
So what happened during the pandemic is that there were some industries, obviously, that were incredibly hard hit, and there were some industries who literally couldn't find enough employees. And it's because they were looking the wrong way. They were looking at education, the network, et cetera. And then they realized skills-based hiring is how you find the best people, because it's really the skills that you need to get the job done. And so if you're looking for a job in an industry that you have no experience, or you're just entering the job market, you want to take an inventory of the skills that you have, compare it to the role that you're interested in, and you'll see how many transferable skills there are. And of course, there are thousands, literally thousands of online courses you can take to fill those skills gaps that you may have. So this is great news, because it really brings more equity to the workplace.
All right, Catherine Fisher of LinkedIn, thanks so much for being with us this morning.